It doesn't take a man a year to know that he wants to be with you for the rest of his life. Let's stop telling these women that. You can be giving women a sense of false hope.
Yeah.
You making it hard for the fellas too.
Everybody and mama think that they just a relationship guru. It's not a one size fits all when it comes to you finding love. It's one thing to say it, but where on your platform are you actually showing these things that you're speaking about? That a real man does this. Okay, so where are you getting your lady flowers just because it's a Tuesday, April 17th?
You never see it, do you?
No. When you get to jumping too quick, you gonna get what you sometimes wasn't expecting.
Yeah. Full transparency. We know how to run a woman into the punch. Make sure you take the time to go beyond surface level. We honeymooning. We still in that honeymoon stage. Let's peel back them layers.
Yeah.
Let's tell each other the truth. That fake timeline has made some women clip some good guys.
For sure. Hey y'all, and welcome to Beaut Tea Told, your relationship podcast, where me and my special guests, we take those relationships, topics, challenges, and struggles. We deep dive into that thing with the overall goal of promoting healthy changes and beautiful growing relationships for all. So welcome, y'all. So listen, as always, I try not to disappoint, but this time I got a gent in the building, okay? And what better way, because tomorrow is Father's Day. So happy Father's Day to you and all of the fathers out there that are, you know, my love and supportive friends on YouTube. And listen, me and him was talking behind the scenes because this gotta stop. This gotta stop. And it may cause some people to, you know, be in their feelings, but at this point, I don't care. Because we have got to stop thinking that there is these miraculous relationship hacks that you just can be able to go by and live by and die by to be able to have these relationship goals that everybody wants to attain to. So you know what? See, I'm already getting started. See, I'm already riled up. So there is no relationship manual. So that's gonna be the topic, y'all. And let Mike introduce himself, what it is that he does, because I met him at, shout out to Micah's group chat first. Yeah. And then I got to come to your event as well. So, and might I say that was such a dynamic, like you said, it wasn't scripted. It was just real, raw, authentically you. And shout out to you for being vulnerable to so many people out there, because it was, you know, full house. And but yeah, introduce yourself to my beauties and gents, sir.
My name is Mike Ivy. I don't know. Like I said, I got a lot of different.
You got a lot of hats you wear.
Yeah, I got a lot of different hats I wear, and but I will say that I'm the push.
Okay.
You know, my aim, if you are familiar with me, if you're not, please get familiar with me. But my aim is just to push everybody into a positive direction and into the belief that everything is possible.
Absolutely.
So, yeah, I do a little bit of everything. I speak.
Yep.
I have a platform. And I do a live show called Good Grief.
Yes.
Where I talk about finding the good in grief and try to be an example to people.
Wow.
Through live therapeutic encounters.
And I love that too, because again, I got to come in on your second segment. So I guess there was a first that I didn't know about. Again, you know, once I got to know you, I definitely wanted to show up and support. So shout out to you. And not only that, but our alumni Stephanie, you know, who was the therapist on
indeed.
Stage. So
therapist extraordinaire.
Absolutely. Yeah. So gorgeous soul inside and out. And
absolutely.
That was a time to be had. And I commend you once again for doing something that most, especially males, aren't so open to, which is the aspect of therapy and actually, like I said, you put yourself completely out there, you know, for the world to be able to see. And not a lot would do that, you know what I mean? But I understand too that it might have been just what was needed to be seen to plant the seed for someone else to be able to do, whether male or female. The
Right.
hope is that all will do the necessary work through therapy to really get to those layers, like you said.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. And
so I love it.
yeah, that's my aim. Just I get up every morning and I go on social media and I give advice or,
The soapbox,
yeah,
right?
soapbox. I
I
put
love
my 2 cents in,
it.
right? But it's one thing to put your 2 cents in and
Mhm.
always tell everybody what they can do or what they should
Right.
do or how they should do something. That's cool, but at some point in time, you got to show people that you're doing something,
That part.
right?
And that
It's easy for
is
me to say.
for sure. Oh, all day.
Okay, well, let's see you do. So I said, okay, what's the way that I could do?
Mhm.
What better way to do it than say, okay, I know it's a stigma. I know it's a dark cloud that hangs over
Mhm.
having therapy, going to see a therapist,
Sure.
right? All right, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna get some therapy, but
Mhm.
I'm gonna invite everybody
Wow.
to
In the
my therapy
room.
session. I'm
Yes.
gonna invite everybody who's willing to come to
We're
my
all
therapy
there
session,
for
right?
sure.
So myself and the therapist on
Mhm.
stage, like I say,
Mhm.
no script,
No script.
right? Um, the first time we never spoke.
Really? Okay.
Nah, we didn't speak.
Wow. Oh,
We
so
would,
that was brand new on the
yeah,
scene. Okay.
we would touch and go a little bit,
Sure.
like via social media.
Uh-huh.
Hey, how's everything going? Everything is cool. Are you ready? Yeah, I'm ready.
Mhm.
With Stephanie being so supportive and
Yes.
nurturing, right?
For sure.
I remember not long ago, me and her was having a conversation. And I was like, you know, you like you got a ride or die / nurturing
She
spirit.
does.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like she would, tap in, check on me. You cool? You
Yeah.
okay? Are you? And so we never talked. And I was
Mm.
like, yo, I don't want to know. I don't want to know what you're gonna ask
Wow.
me. I don't want to know any of the questions. I don't want to know anything.
Oof.
So when people show up and they see it,
They
you
getting
know,
a real reaction out
yeah,
of you too,
yeah.
because you ain't have no heads up of what it was.
Nah, I didn't want to think through it. I didn't want to have the
Wow.
opportunity to sit with it myself and think through what she was gonna
Sure.
ask me because I knew at that point, if I was gonna scream, I would scream alone. If I was gonna
Yeah.
cry, I would cry alone. Like, nah, because that's not giving people
The
a
real
the
truth.
real, yeah, and
Yep.
the real view of what it looks
Mm.
like. I don't want to say, okay, I'm gonna show you what therapy looks like, but I'm showing you me going through it smooth and without a
Right.
hitch. I'm sitting up here and you know, the first one, it was a high level of
Wow.
discomfort
I'm
because of
sure.
what I was unpacking, and I'm unpacking it for the first time in front of an audience.
Oof.
The second one wasn't so uncomfortable, but it was still tough because I'm still peeling back
Mm-hmm.
real layers in front of a lot of people I know,
Yes,
but a
yeah.
lot more people in the audience that I didn't know, that I
Yep.
had never met before. So yeah, I do a lot of saying.
Mm.
If you follow me on social media, I always got something to say,
He does.
right?
He does. So that
But
was the reason why you had to be here.
thank you. I appreciate it. But I wanted to also, I don't want people to say, yeah, you're always saying something, but let me see you do something.
Okay. Okay.
So yeah, that was a lot of the motive.
Okay. Well, I love it because you definitely put your money where your mouth is in regards to, hey, I put on this, this event. Y'all show up, and this is what you gonna get. You gonna get the real me.
Yeah.
I love it. And so, like I said, it was no better way. I got to experience the real you even before your own event. Like I said in Micah's group chat, and you were on the panel with other men, and I was like, wow, I
Good
really
times.
like. Yeah, it was a great time, and I
Yeah.
said, I gotta follow him. You know what I mean? And that was my first introduction to you. And then from there, once I really started to like grow Beauty Told, I'm like, I gotta get him on here somehow, some way.
I
So I shoot
appreciate
my
it.
shot, y'all.
Yeah, I appreciate
See
it.
if I can get him
You
on
hit
here
it
as a
on the
guest.
first You hit it.
Thank
First
you.
shot. Yeah,
He
I
did.
appreciate
So
it.
I appreciate it. And I think, like I said, what we gonna talk about, we went in. So we gonna bring it to y'all though. It's still very much so much to unpack. We can only do but so much in this episode. But listen, we tired of, seeing everybody wants to give relationship advice. Let's start there. Everybody and their mama think that they just a relationship guru. And there is one group in particular that is, on a panel and having people do Q&As, and some of the craziness that comes from not only the people at the mics, because God bless y'all, but the answers to them be just, it's unrealistic. And like you said, it's not a one size fits all when it comes to you finding love. For some it
Right.
might be you meet your person in 3 months and get married, and God bless you, and I've definitely seen some flourish. But there's some that need that time and that understanding to get to really know.
Yeah.
So what has been, let's say, what's been one of the craziest things that you've seen as far as relationship advice?
Um, Craziest thing I've seen. I don't think it's one thing. I think
Mm,
it's
okay.
it's the trendy part, right? So you got a lot of guys. I
Mhm.
don't really get like a lot of the women, or maybe I just don't pay attention, right?
Okay, because
A
they
lot
they on there
to
too,
the
and
women.
they.
So I just say I don't pay attention, or maybe the algorithm has not pushed them. But I get the guys, either whether I'm getting it, just in the algorithm or the repost
Mhm.
from
Oh
the
yeah.
ladies, right? And it's um, certain guys, a couple in particular that I always see,
Mhm.
right,
Yep.
in these
Every
reposts,
segment,
right?
yeah, for
I always
sure.
see people reposting them. And I always say it's a scam
Mm.
because it's you just saying all of the right things.
Yep.
And a lot of men know this, and I don't want to commit treason and
Okay.
I'm be honest, I don't, but I gotta say this. It's a way, and you got people going viral and people who have created platforms and
Mhm.
created movements with the way. It's a way of saying all of the right things.
Yep. That's
And you
true.
got a lot of guys out here that are saying, even if not necessarily all of the right things, but all
Mhm.
of the things that they know that women want to hear.
Mhm.
It's almost as if you're placating, you
Yeah.
know, to the females. And it's,
Mm.
cause stop, stop. Everybody, with a phone and a lavalier microphone, God forbid, you on a stage with an actual audience. Like, let's stop doing
Mhm.
that, because you can be giving women a sense of false hope,
Yeah.
and you making it with these unrealistic things, whether you're putting the unrealistic things out or whether you're um adding on to the unrealistic notions that are already being put out.
Mhm.
You making it hard for the fellas too.
I know.
You making it hard for the fellas. Like, let's stop as men, right? Let's stop telling these women, if within 90
In 90
days
days, yeah.
he's not ready to put a ring on your finger and be with you for the rest of your life, he's not a man. He's not the one for you. It
Mhm.
doesn't take a man a year to know that he wants to be with you for the rest of his life. Let's stop telling these women that. That's not true.
Yeah,
And
for
of course,
sure.
like you said, all cases are different. I'm
They
not
are
saying that it's
different.
impossible, like that can't happen. Like, there
Mhm.
aren't people who fell in fast love and
Yeah.
have lived happily ever after. Of course, right?
Mhm.
But that's not a standard,
Yeah.
right? That's not, there's no manual, there's no rule book that says, hey, but we hear all of these unwritten rules
Mhm.
from men and from women.
For sure.
You only got a year to be engaged.
Or a year to get to the point of engagement.
You only got a year to, like, come on, why are we doing that?
Yeah.
Why are we as men walking around saying if a man doesn't do this and if a man doesn't do that, he's not a real man? A real man wouldn't do this. A real man wouldn't say that. Like, what's the definition of a real man?
Ooh, okay.
That one really burns me up.
That's a good point.
Whether it's coming from a man or whether it's coming from a woman.
Yeah, for sure.
A real man wouldn't do that. And then here we go with the reposts.
Oh yeah.
The repost is coming. When he's sitting in that on that panel or sitting in his car, you know what I'm saying, with his camera propped up and he giving his morning spiel. Yeah, you know, if a man is not doing this or if a man is not doing this, then that's not a real man. He doesn't really like you. He doesn't really care about you because a real man would do this. Come on, let's stop.
And you know what? And I agree with you because I think the most part that really gets on my nerves or really irks me is it's one thing to say it, but where on your platform are you actually showing these things that you're speaking about? That a real man does this. Okay, so where are you getting your lady flowers just because it's a Tuesday, April 17th?
You never see it, do you?
No. Where is the spontaneous trip because she happened to mention she would like to go to Cabo? Like where is the actions to support your words as well?
You rarely even see their lady, if ever.
We don't. we don't see the lady.
So are you single, sitting up here talking about what a real man does or should do? Are you?
Yeah, that's what it seems like to me.
What standpoint are you giving this advice from?
Is it really the old you that learned from your ways? And if so, how do we know? Or is this just still you and you just able to outright just say it?
It's a form of manipulation. Like I say, I don't want to say too much without, running the risk. Yeah, I ain't breaking man code, but we as men, full transparency. We know how to run a woman into the punch.
And you know what?
If you draw your hand back, she gonna see you drawing your hand back and know, like, oh, you about to punch me.
For sure.
But it's a way that you could just sit the punch out there and let her walk into it. And that's what a lot of these guys are doing. We know once you get to a certain point, and if you pay enough attention, which some of us don't.
Right.
But if you pay enough attention, you know what women want to hear.
Most men. So I will say, as ladies, we do tend to just kind of give you, for the most part, we'll give you the blueprint.
And if you paying attention,
it's an easy 100%.
It's
on
an
the
easy
test.
100%. So even if it's not in a relationship, even if you're talking to your aunts, your sisters, your female friends, they gonna tell you. You just take it to the internet and put your spin on it and make yourself look like, boy, these women falling in love with you.
Yeah.
Oh my God, he is, like, let's stop doing that.
Hey y'all, I know you're enjoying the episode of Beaut Tea Told. We're gonna get right back to it. But first I have a question for you. Have you been struggling in your relationship or maybe lack thereof and just need someone you can trust to talk to? Or maybe you find yourself back in them tired, played out games and wonder, how in the world did I get here? Well, guess what? You now can book a session with me at beautytold.com and let's talk about it. Let's heal, let's grow, let's build so that way you can become your better self and that way you can attract what you are desiring and get the relationship that you so deserve. Oh, and don't forget to get your merch such as hoodies as well as mugs. Let's sip, let's talk, and let's make that positive change. We're going to become our best self and I'm going to help you to get there. So again, I have so many to choose from as far as varieties that's best suited for you. Grab the relationship coaching that's going to be that game changer for you. And I can't wait to see you there. What are you waiting for? And you know what's funny? Like, I'm guilty of being one of those females at one point.
I didn't see that coming.
At one point, I'm guilty of being one of those females that believe it because I used to follow a certain buff guy that used to also, because I'm not saying no names, okay?
Please, no names.
No names. But y'all know who I'm talking about. That was giving the advice, and at the time he was married, so I'm just like, oh, like he
He
knows,
was
he's
writing
writing
books.
books and
They gonna write a
doing
book.
master classes. I was in one of the master classes, and I'm just like, oh,
Went to
okay, like he
master
really,
class?
it was free. Okay,
Oh,
I ain't pay no
okay.
money. He ain't give
Okay.
me that. He ain't
Okay.
give me that
Okay.
bad now.
Okay.
But I was like, oh my gosh. And coming from the married perspective, it's like, okay, he knows what he's talking about. He knows what he's doing. He's doing these posts. He's showing the
He came here, right?
weddings. I'm pretty sure because he once
Yeah.
upon a time he started with old boy on the
No,
panel.
I didn't know that. But I
Mm-hmm.
think I
He
remember
did.
him coming here maybe 2016, 17, 8, somewhere in there. I remember him coming here.
Oh, and see, that
Like,
was before I got hip to
yeah, I
him because I
remember him
was
coming.
going through my marriage issues. And I'm like, he was my shine of hope in a dark place, and I'm just like, oh, like if he understands it, then eventually my husband will get it, and that
Yeah.
this is what he needs to be listening to. So I thought, and then the what is it? It hit the fan where he had been treating his wife right and had been doing all types of dirt and just deceitfulness, and now they ain't together, ain't married, and got these poor babies, and the whole thing was when it came though, I was like so shocked and devastated, and I felt played.
Yeah.
I felt played because I'm like, I thought he was one of the true ones out here.
Master manipulator.
I couldn't believe it.
Master manipulator.
And it just seems like it's like you said, and it's something where they're getting paid handsomely, handsomely
People
to
paying
do
real money
this.
for fake advice.
Yeah, that part. And I'm just like, how is this? And for the ones that's really out here in the trenches, really trying to promote the positive changes and really living by what we're preaching, crickets. We ain't getting the views. We not getting, the comments and the shares and all of that. And not that it's about that, but we would like for that to be promoted and
Yeah.
sent to aunties
And
and,
it
and cousins and everything.
yeah. And it makes it tough for the man
Mm-hmm.
because you are holding me to a standard set by a jive turkey.
Not a jive turkey.
I'm trying
Now
to,
you telling your age.
yeah, I am, but at the same time, I'm trying to be politically
For
correct
sure.
and, you know, refrain from using profanity and a
I
whole bunch of other stuff.
appreciate
But
it.
I thought about it before I said it, but I just had to let it flow. But
Yeah.
this is the standard that you holding me to. Like,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm even me from a personal standpoint, like
Yeah.
I've had conversations with, my sisters. I
Mm-hmm.
got 5 sisters.
Okay. All
Yeah,
right.
5 sisters, all grown, all
Yeah.
adults, like all, you know, from different walks of life,
Mhm.
no two are
No
the
2 are
same.
alike.
So I've had these
Mm.
conversations. I've sat
Wow.
around and for as long as I could, with them and their friends and they want to ask my opinion on
Mhm.
things and
Of
get
course,
my
they want the
advice.
guys, yeah, they want the guy's opinion.
Yeah, but I'm usually initially I'm the opinion they think that they want. But
So
once I
you
start talking, like I'm not the guy that y'all want to talk to.
uh-oh, because
Be-
you 'cause you're gonna give them what
Yeah, I'm
they
gonna
they
tell
didn't
you.
expect to hear and didn't wanna
I'm going
hear.
to tell you exactly
Wow.
what it is, but I'm going to tell you from a perspective of someone who has not always been right and exact.
Okay. Okay.
So I can speak on it because I know I've been,
Mhm.
yeah, I'm gonna be honest, I've done a lot
Sure.
on the not right and exact
Yeah.
side of the spectrum. So I
Mhm.
know what that looked like.
Mm.
I know what the manipulation looks like,
Yep.
right?
You can know it just by hearing it. Yeah, he
I,
on games. You know what I
I
mean?
know what it looks like.
Mhm.
I mastered it.
Okay.
I mastered it. It's a reason
It's a
why,
real thing.
one of the reasons why, out of all of the stuff that I get online and say, out of all of I've never did a relationship soapbox.
Mm.
It's a reason why.
You haven't, because I sure was on your page trying to hear something,
You're
and
not
I'm
gonna hear
like,
nothing about no relationship
I got that after so many
because
videos.
because it's like man, people, I don't, whoever she is or whoever she may be, oh,
Mhm.
if she get in the comments, she ain't gonna be lying.
Mm.
She
Yeah,
ain't gonna be lying,
that's true.
right?
That's
So who
true.
am I to be sitting up trying to tell somebody, trying to pretend like, I've always been right and exact? Like,
Mhm.
nah. So when I talk to my sisters, when I talk to, my mother and her friends, when they sit around and they had these, I used to call them waiting to exhale meetings. Her and her friends would
I
be sitting
remember the
around,
movie. Yep.
yeah, drinking wine, and I used to, like, come on, y'all. Like, y'all having one of y'all waiting to exhale moments. So, I'm gonna come through and shake the room.
Ooh wee.
I'm
I
gonna shake
know.
the room. I'm not gonna sit here and
Yep.
I'm gonna come through and shake the room, but I'm gonna shake the room because I'm gonna tell y'all, what it
What it
is.
is.
And they argue with me. You would never, and you couldn't get that off on me. And I'm like,
But so many do.
I would. And when I was
And
in that,
have.
and yeah, I have. That's why I say I'm speaking from the perspective of
Of what
somebody
you
who
see.
has. Like, I know
Mhm.
I haven't always been right and exact. I know the tools of manipulation, and I know
Mm.
that was an art that I mastered
Mm.
because I've always been observant.
Mhm.
I pay attention.
Most men do though.
I pay attention.
Most men do. When
So
we
I'm
talk about
going,
that whole narcissist thing, but that's because we done gave them the ammunition to
and
use.
once a woman gives you the ammunition to use, you have to choose whether you're going to use it for the grade of evil or for
Mm.
the grade of good. You
Mhm.
got to choose which one you're going to use it
Which one you
for,
gonna do?
right?
Yep.
And I, at one point in time in my life, for a significant amount of time, if I'm being
Okay,
honest,
that's fair.
was using it for the great of evil.
Hey,
I was.
okay.
That's why I could look at. I
Mm.
feel like, yeah, I'm somebody who has the credentials in the background to look at the scammers and
Mhm.
see the
And be
scam
able
of my,
to,
like, come on, dude.
yeah,
I
been there, done that.
Yeah. Some of it I invented. Just being honest. Some of it
No,
I have been
that's
like, stop.
no.
Let's stop doing
Yep.
that. And that's something that I've never done in front of a group of women, or, when women really ask me for my advice or
Mhm.
ask my opinion. I never did that. I always,
Mm.
especially, my sisters, like, I always told them, like, hey,
Yeah.
listen, this is how this is going.
Mhm.
This
And this
is
is how it's gonna end up. I'm
this
sure
is
you're
how it's
able to
gonna end up.
foresee it.
But a lot
Yeah.
of times they don't want to hear that. Or when
Yep.
I tell them some of the stuff that they hear is unrealistic.
Mm.
Stop holding that man to those unrealistic, unwritten rules.
Yeah. That's
You
good.
want to break up with this man, you want to leave this man, and I'm talking to you, and you know, we was kind of talking about this
Mhm.
behind the
We were
scenes.
before the re-up.
This man checks all of the boxes,
Mhm.
not going by what I think,
Right.
but by what you telling me and what the average woman would say if I described this man to you as someone
Mhm.
who I would introduce you to. Hey, I got a
I
guy.
got a
His
good
name
guy.
is, yeah,
Yeah.
good guy. Get up, go to work every day. Has been on his
Mhm.
job X amount of time. Intelligent guy. Well kept. You know, good
Great
dad.
father. Yep.
He check,
Check.
check,
Yeah.
check, check.
Except
You gonna find the except, huh?
every time.
Now, for her, it was hit pet peeves, but for a lot of women, it's that fake timeline.
Mhm.
That fake timeline has made some women clip some good
For
guys.
sure.
Well, it's
Yeah.
been 6 months and we ain't went ring shopping yet. What? Can you name all his siblings yet?
Right. Have you met some of the family, you know?
Do you know his family history?
Ooh, that's one that I missed, honey, when I was married. Please make sure y'all do your homework.
Do you know? Can you know in 6 months?
No. And I can attest to that because 5 months and I was married. So no, you don't know. You find that out later.
And I'm these aren't, of course, exact numbers that I'm
Right.
using,
But
but
no, but it's
these are
real,
certain
it's
numbers
real
that you
talk.
hear
Mm-hmm.
people throw out there. But you have men who are aiding and abetting because they're telling women, they're driving these points home and telling women that a man is not a man if a man doesn't love you, if a man doesn't like you, if by this time he hasn't done this, by that time he hasn't done that. Some of these things, it's not that a man doesn't like you, it's not that a man doesn't love you, it may not even be that he doesn't want to. Some things a man may not know how to.
Sure.
And there are things that men don't know how to express. There are
Yeah.
things that men don't, no matter how old they are, they don't know how to convey. Women too.
Oh, for sure.
You know, we're human, right?
That's
We're
right.
human. So it's certain things that we just don't know.
Yep.
But again, you're going to have that guy that's going to double down on that and say, as old as he is, he should know. How old is he? And he don't know this, he don't know that, he don't. When last year you probably didn't know.
For sure. Still learning.
Or you didn't know, but a woman took time.
Wow, that part. That part.
Because she liked you that much. So instead of clipping you for what you didn't know,
she's willing to work with you so that
she
you
shows
can
you,
get there.
hey, look,
Absolutely.
this is this. And there's nothing wrong with that.
It's not.
Right?
It's not.
There's nothing wrong with, because we don't know everything.
And that's the part that I think that I wish that they would be more upfront with, because there's certain scenarios that come on that mic that if you don't know, just say you don't know. Don't just be making stuff up on the fly and everybody applauding and cheering and jumping out their
But
seat
guess
about
what?
it.
Guess what you've never seen, and I've never seen.
What's that?
We never seen nobody sit on one of them panels and say, man, that's a tough one. I really don't know the answer to that. Some way, somehow, they got all the answers. Nobody has all the answers.
No, not at all. Not even me, y'all. You know.
Me neither. And you might talk to people in my family, my kids, even my students, and be like, you think you always got all the answers.
Right.
I don't have all the answers.
No.
But you never get that part. You never get that authentic piece where somebody says, you know what? I don't know.
Yeah.
Let's go through this in real time.
Right. Let's hear all of the context before we make such a
brash,
yes, an aggressive move as far as telling people, because people will take that, walk away with it, and have it like it's gold. You know what I mean? And that's not. And it's not true, because a lot of times what my episodes are based off of is what I have experienced, what I have learned, what I have had to grow from. Because if we're gonna be real, I used to be this. You know, I told y'all I used to be like to be my city girl days. But then you grow and mature and you realize that it ain't about that.
Yeah.
So I think that it really comes with maturity and growth to be able to and give people that. Don't just go off of, oh, you ain't know that. You ain't, you know what? I was once where you was. I once believed that a guy also too, blah 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 blah. But here's what I've learned, and now you could take what you need from it. What do they say? Take the meat and spit out the bone type of thing.
Yeah, but what would your show be if you only talked about, only talked about this version of you, and never talked about what would the show really be?
It definitely wouldn't get very many views. I sure hope not, because you should want to know, where have I been? Where has that person been?
Yeah,
how do I know that you learned the said lessons?
Yeah, and it's like people have to know that I'm not alone.
For sure.
And people have to know that I can change.
Yeah.
I can improve. I can evolve. But if they And this is a social media thing. This is a this day and age thing. Everybody just presents the finished product.
Right. Because it's very much chopped and edited to
Everybody,
make
yeah,
sure.
everybody do the work
Mm-hmm.
before they hit that red button on their phone. They do all the work, and then once the work is done and it looks nice, neat, and
Mm-hmm.
polished,
There we go.
then
Now
they
I can present it to everyone.
right,
Yep.
and they never tell. Rarely ever. I ain't gonna say never, but
Mm-hmm.
rarely do you hear the backstory.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
Rarely do you
give us
hear,
more
I was a cheating
information.
lying maggot, and this is how I used to conduct myself, or this is how I found this out, or this is how I.
Mm-hmm. And I want to see that in, like you said, like I want to see that in real time. Like when I go on these individuals' pages, can I see what you're speaking on? Like I
Can
said,
I
there
see
is
date?
one young
You
lady
want to see
that,
date night?
yeah, I want to see date
You
nights.
want to see some
I want to
flowers?
see, right. I want to see that you actually are speaking a love language, that you are really paying attention. I want to see where y'all able to get over. Maybe there's been a disagreement down the
Man, listen.
road.
No. Even and I was on two panels here in the city. One was the one where
That
we
I
met at,
attended.
and then
Okay.
I was on another one maybe earlier or maybe the year before. I was
Okay.
on another one,
Oh wow.
and it was a lot of relationship, you
Mm-hmm.
know, talk about, men and women.
Sure. Mm-mm.
Still with either one. And both
Sure.
of them, I had a great time,
Yeah.
and we talked about the one where we met at Micah's.
Mm-hmm.
I got in a little trouble, you know,
A little.
right. Shaking the room, you know what
You
I'm saying?
definitely did.
Shaking the room. But I only know how to
Be you.
I only know how to be me, right? And then, I'm up there, I'm sandwiched in between, married men.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And I was on another panel, and I think it was only me and one other guy, or maybe it was two other guys, but I think it was
Okay.
only me and one other guy, and he was married as well.
Okay.
And it's like I get this from the married guys where it's like I've yet to be on a panel with the married guy that's gonna say it ain't all milk and honey.
Come on.
I get on the
Mm-hmm.
panel with the married guys, and they be like, me and my wife, we work everything out, and we've come up with a way to talk through things, and we don't go to bed mad, and we have
Ever.
breathing techniques that we do when we get on
But
nothing.
how
Look,
does, yeah.
and I don't like to sound like I don't believe in love, but nothing, even love,
Mm-hmm.
even beautiful, harmonious relationships are not always perfect.
Mm-mm.
It takes work
It
to get
does.
there. No one wants to talk about the ugly part
The
of it.
yeah, the ugly side of it.
Talk about
And
the
that's what
ugly
I
side
came
of
to
it.
that event wanting to hear, because I'm like,
Nobody
okay,
wanted to
y'all
talk
knew they were the
about
one because something traumatic
it.
happened,
No, no, it
something.
turns into ode to my wife.
Mm-hmm.
My wife. it does though. And there's nothing wrong with ode to your wife. I um man, we need women.
Yeah.
We need women. We
Mm-hmm.
need that balance.
For sure.
We need the nurturing aspect. We need those brilliant minds that come
Mm.
with women. Again, I don't like to generalize, but I'm going to say this. A lot of times women think faster. Us as men, we need that.
Yeah.
We need that. We need that. We get
Mm.
analysis paralysis sometimes.
Okay.
So we need that wake up.
Yeah.
We need, and again, this is not only, a wife or a girlfriend or friend.
Mm-hmm.
We need to be around our sisters. We need our home
Yeah.
girls. We need us as men, we need women,
Yeah. That's good.
right? So I don't want to make it like I'm just, a grump where I'm like, but I know,
Eeyore.
I know these relationships have dark spots. I
Oh,
know
absolutely.
and how are we helping people that are experiencing these dark spots or these dark patches if all we talk about
It's the good.
is the good, and how it
Mm-hmm.
kind of leaves them hopeless. But when they see people that say, me and my wife or me and my husband, we good, we are great, we have a great relationship, and this is how we work through things, and this is how
Mm-hmm.
we, but here's how we got here.
For sure.
Because at one
Because it
point in
wasn't always
time,
like this.
yeah,
Yeah.
it wasn't
I
always
walked
like
out, you
this.
know, I had to walk out first, or she had to walk out of my life for me to realize. Like and you're right. That's what I gravitate towards is when I can hear that, because it's like, okay, she stood her grounds or he stood their grounds, and somebody learned the lesson that was needed to be learned, and then you realize how inseparable that you really feel when that person is not in your life. You know what I mean?
Yeah, here we
That's what
are.
I
We not getting
resonate
a lot
with.
of that.
Yeah, I know.
We not getting a lot of that. We getting men telling men that they not really men,
Mm,
which ain't cool.
yeah.
We getting women that are holding on to the words coming from these men.
Mhm.
So now once they get, you know, offline and you are approaching these women in real life,
Mhm.
that's what they talking to. They talking to you like what
What they
because
yeah,
this is how
what
he
they've learned.
said that it's supposed to be. And it's like, no, that's not real.
It's
That's
not.
not reality. It don't always go like that. There is
Mm-mm.
no script.
That part.
There is no script.
There
That's
is no
not
one
real.
book that will fit all. Because me and you, we were talking about this too, and y'all know I'm a church girl, and love the Bible, but the Bible really only speaks on what you do as far as the marriage aspect. We don't know about how to date. The Bible, they weren't dating back then,
It wasn't no
whole
ain't
different
no dates in
time.
the Bible.
There wasn't no dating, okay? So
Yeah.
you don't get to learn about dating, but you get to learn it as you go, as you grow, as you figure things out, as you figure out what is going to work for you and what's not going to work for you. You know what I mean? When you've had a couple of not so great dates, so that way when somebody does treat you like they got some sense, and y'all realize that y'all have a lot more in common. Because me and you was talking about that too. Like, it don't take a $300 dinner to find out if that person
I
is the
don't
right
think it
one.
does, but it depends on who you ask.
That's yeah.
Because you got people that say that they're not even given the opportunity
Hmm.
unless,
Unless you take
right?
them there. That's
So we
true.
putting price tags on a lot of things
That shouldn't be.
that shouldn't be
That
priced.
shouldn't
If you
be.
can't do this, or if you can, from a monetary standpoint, if you
Yeah.
can't do this, or if you can't do this, or we can't go here, if you,
Uh-huh.
what do you mean?
Yeah.
Is that really, is that really reality? Is that really a real thing? And
Mm-mm.
like I said, it makes some guys gun shy because they
Yeah.
start to believe it. If
Yeah.
I can't meet said expectations,
Yep.
I'm not going to be able to meet a woman. I'm not going to be able to take a woman on a date. And again, that's not real
It's not.
either.
It's
It's
not.
not real. Every woman doesn't require that. Every
Yes.
woman isn't shallow. Every woman isn't
Mm-hmm.
materialistic.
That part. And
And
like you
again,
said, you brought up a good example when the whole ice cream situation.
yeah, yeah.
Because us women, we like to know that y'all hear us. Okay. We are very, like I said, we sometimes talk too much. We're a little too verbal sometimes. We'll lay it out
No,
for
keep
you.
talking, keep
We
talking.
lay it out, okay?
Yes,
But
please.
sometimes keep talking to the point where it's like, okay, we didn't let you know all the things of what to do, and this is sometimes how we get played now.
That's why I say some people choose to use it for the great of evil.
Mm-hmm.
Very true.
And the ones that choose it for the good are the ones that actually use that intensive listening to actually make some action moves. Like you said, she kept talking about how she loved ice cream. She tell about this flavor, what toppings, da da da. Da. So I'm not gonna take her to, Roof Chris when a simple ice cream date will do. And guess what? That ice cream date just put her on cloud nine. And not saying that the dinner date wouldn't have, but it's a whole nother level because now she's like realizing like
Yeah.
He listens.
Yeah. And we gonna get the roof, Chris. We gonna get there.
Come on now. Is it
I'm not saying we not going.
right?
I'm just saying we
It
gonna
just
get
wasn't
there.
needed for the first date, you know?
Do we have?
That's
We
it.
gonna get there. But
Mhm.
that coffee date, that ice cream date, that
Yeah.
let's. I know a cool spot by the water. The solstice steps,
Mm.
right?
Mhm.
Let's just go hang.
That's it.
Let's just go hang. You like coffee, you like
Yep.
smoothies. Let's just go
Wow.
hang. Let's
That
see
part. It's simple. It's
because
so simple.
people don't understand the importance. It's easy to hang when we at the club, when we at the
Mhm.
bar, when we, fellowshipping over a meal and we on a lavish day. Yeah, it's pretty
Yeah.
easy to hang. But how good are we when it's quiet
Mhm. Ooh, yeah.
and it's just me and you and
Uh-huh.
a frappe? Like, how good are we? Is
That part.
is it a whole lot of dead air?
Yeah. Do we have as much in common as we assumed that we did?
Can you hold a conversation?
Yeah.
Because this puts you,
On the spot.
yeah.
You on the spot. Both of
Can
y'all
you
is on the spot.
y'all both on the
Yeah,
spot?
both on
Can
the
you
spot.
is it a serving volley? Am I doing all of the
Mm.
talking?
Yeah.
How deep can you go?
For sure.
You know?
Yeah.
I personally like a woman that we can go everywhere,
Mhm.
right? We can talk a little bit of politics. We could talk a little bit on the nerd side. You know what I'm
Love a good
saying?
nerd.
Yeah, no. I like a nerd.
Yeah.
I,
What's
I
the
have a
latest book you've read?
What's the latest book you read? What's your
Yeah.
favorite bookstore?
Mhm.
Right? Did you hear the new Jay-Z album? Like,
Right.
what do you think? You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to, well, we can
Yes.
go everywhere.
Yep.
You know what I'm
That's
saying? Like I
good.
say, we lost track of time.
Yeah. Just vibing and getting to know each other.
Just okay. Can we do that?
Yep.
Now we done went on 5, 6 outings where we done went on these, like I said, lavish dates, and we talking a little bit, but like I
Mhm.
say, it's a different type of energy,
For sure.
right? So we can find things to talk about.
Yeah,
We can talk about
absolutely.
how you like your meal, how I like my meal, how I like
Mhm.
the. But when it's just one on one,
Yeah.
okay, let me.
Yeah. Let's
What
see.
am I gonna walk away feeling like, or it's like
That was a tough one.
that was I had to labor through it.
For sure.
I'd rather find that out on the front end than the
Come on.
back end.
Every time. Every time. Let's not waste time.
Let's
Let's
not
not waste
waste
time.
time. And like I said, we're going to get there. It's going to be
Yeah.
a natural progression.
And I think that's a good, you know, theory to go throughout the whole dating process, because let's see where this goes in a good way, because I know situationships that can also be taken, a whole nother route. But when it comes to, let's see how we communicate, because now we can start to break down the barriers of what it is intentionally that you're looking for and what I'm looking for. Let's make sure that it aligns, because again, and like you said, there's no cookie cutter, there's no one for everybody type of thing, because I had to learn this even for myself, because this is probably the first relationship I've been in where I felt like it took forever. Like, I never had to wait this long for nobody to ask me to be their girlfriend ever. And so I'm like, dang. Like, so it almost made me, if I started listening to what I see on the social medias, I would have clipped them
You would
too.
have clipped a good guy.
I would have clipped a really good guy because of the
Yep.
time constraint that I feel like, okay, we done been on dates every week for months. How long does it take? And I really would have clipped him if I would have waited how long it takes to say I love you. I'm
You'd have
like,
clipped a good guy.
mm-hmm.
But another thing is, it takes time to get beyond surface level.
Yeah. For sure.
That's what a lot of the time is for. That's what a lot of the dating is for. That's what a lot of making room to talk and really have, but again, have conversations, get to those conversations beyond surface level.
Yeah, we gotta eventually, like you said, we gotta
Because
get past
yeah,
that.
because we can spend a lot of time, and a lot of the time, that's where all the fun is. So we don't want to like leave that. That's
Yeah,
where
for
all the fun
sure.
is at surface level. We honeymooning. We still in
Yep.
that honeymoon stage.
Mhm.
Let's peel back them layers. Let's
Yeah.
tell each other the truth.
Yeah, because you're right. Now we can start to find out what happened in your childhood. Because, like I tell anybody, I'm not going to just upfront tell you these things because I got to make sure that I can trust you with this information. But now that, we've been 6 months in, 8 months in, a year in, now I can start to give you those pieces of what I went through because now I know that I can trust you enough to handle that information
And
and
that's
not use
important.
it against me. Because I've had, had experiences where it was used against me. But I don't have to be so guarded anymore. You know what I
Right.
mean? So that I think that's important too, is that with time, now we can find out how you handle stress, how you handle it. Because it's great in the honeymoon stage, you just see happy.
You
But how
always
about
seem
when you're mad?
happy.
Yeah. How about when you're mad, you're frustrated, life just hit you a
How are
curveball that you ain't see coming.
how are you when you mad?
Yeah. How do
How
you
are you?
handle it? Yeah. Do I now get kicked to the curb until you figure it out? Or do you need my help? How can I help you where you will be accepting of it,
Or are you willing to help me when I get mad? Or when things
That's true. That'll
are
tell
you
who the
willing? I don't
person
know.
is.
Because
Yeah.
I've never been mad around you, or I've never been in a bind, or I've never been in a jam, or
Mhm.
even like I say, even if it doesn't have anything to do, because sometimes when you say I'm in a bind or a jam, people
Right.
think
People
you're
think
talking
money.
about
Yep.
money, but I'm not even talking about money. It might
Mm-mm.
be a decision that I need to make. It might
Yeah.
be a situation, but how are you with that?
Right.
You
That's true.
know,
Yeah.
are you somebody that I could say I value and trust your opinion,
Mhm.
or the way you think, or the way your perspective on
For
things?
sure.
Yeah, I know I like you. Yeah, I know you beautiful, you
Yep.
pretty, you're a great time. We go, we hang out, we laugh, we joke, we do all
Mhm.
these great things. But when we start getting past surface level,
That part.
I might not like your perspective on things.
Yeah.
You know, you may have kids, I may have kids. Do we have the same ideology when it comes to
That
children?
parent.
Do
Yeah.
we? We don't know, because we just in the moment. We
Yep.
just living in that surface level moment. We've really never sat down and just had a conversation,
Yep.
about our kids, about, what we see, or, how we handle. So we could be totally different in that area. But if we
Mhm.
don't take the time to allow things to unfold and get to know each other beyond surface level, because
Yeah.
we trying to hurry up and meet this 6-month deadline.
Uh-huh.
So within the
So we can
next
get
six
to that
months,
wedding out.
we can go
Yeah.
ring shopping, and then within the next 364 days and some change, we could be at the altar. We done
Yep.
skipped past a lot
A
of
lot
stuff.
of things that
And
we should have
yeah,
talked about and
and you
figured
go ahead and
out.
jump that broom, and now
You- Then you find out later some things that you didn't know was coming.
and it may not be much later.
Oh, for sure. I was just telling, I had to tell my son how, again, 5 months of relationship, then decided to get married because I just thought that that miraculously would solve the issue with him going back and forth between me and his child's mother. We got married. I kid you not, it wasn't even 24 hours later that man said, I made a mistake and I'm going back to her. So
On the
sometimes,
honeymoon, the literal honeymoon.
well, we did it all backwards. We eloped here at the courthouse. And this was at the apartment, okay? And he packed up his trash bags. There was no honeymoon. However, the hurt still was the
You gonna
same.
say this was at the apartment.
This was at the apartment, honey. Woke up that sunshine in the morning and it was no sunshine, okay?
Right, yeah. The day after.
The day after, not even 24 hours. So it just comes, when you get to jumping too quick, you gonna get what you sometimes wasn't expecting.
Yeah. And you brought up a good point earlier, and I want to bring this to the table because, again, I'm not saying a decade.
Please. Please don't.
Please. I don't want y'all to think I'm sitting up here telling you
Wait,
that you
however long it takes.
No, that's not what I'm saying. That's not. I just want to clarify that. I'm not saying, right? I'm not saying that. I'm not saying let that man 10, 12, 13 years in. No, I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is no speedballing, and don't go with these unrealistic expectations that people are setting. Don't do the comparative thing where you're looking at the men and the women around you and comparing to your situation or your relationship where you seeing how they're progressing or how you think from the outside looking in that they're progressing, and then you start putting pressure on your man or your woman.
Yep.
Because sometimes it's the woman is like, hold up.
Yeah. Yep. Pump the
Hold
brakes.
on. Yeah, hold up. That's not that I don't love you. It's not that I don't want to marry you, but it's some things that I need to or we need to before we take that next step. But don't let it be, you're looking at all your homeboys and now they all married.
Yeah, now the pressure's on.
Or you done been the bridesmaid and
one too many
times and you keep catching the bouquet and he's sitting there at the table like, so you gonna go for this one too. Like you catching them.
Not the
like the Browns got room for another receiver.
Hello?
Girl, you got hands. You
tackle somebody to get that.
You catch all of them, like, and he's sitting there at the table, like, oh, I get it, like I get it, I get the hint, right? Don't let that.
Yeah.
Come on now, come on. Let's just be patient, man. Let's be patient and let's understand that it's no playbook, it's no script, And again, men, women, both. Let's just be mindful of each other. Take our time. Dating is important.
It is.
It's important.
Getting your priorities in order is important.
It's important.
I don't think I want to get into. I don't want to get married with. I don't want to get married with all my student loans that I have. I want to take care of that, like my finances. I feel like it should only be fair if he's coming with no debt. I don't want to come with all the debt. If we don't have debt, at least it could be collective debt. You know what I'm saying? Like, we decided to buy a house. It's our house now. It's our debt. But I don't want to come, you come in, you paid off your student loans 10 years ago. Your car is paid off, and here I am, financing mine, trying to figure out how to make this monthly payment every month.
What if you say I'm going to help you?
Well, that's different. I mean, if he gonna say he gonna help me, I ain't gonna turn down no help.
Okay.
I ain't gonna turn down no help.
Yeah.
But I also don't want to be. I don't want to burden. The right woman don't want to burden you with the day. I want to get my stuff together too.
I get not wanting to. Yeah, I get that. But at the same time, it's like men and women. I don't just want to say men, but you'll have a person that's like, it's not really a burden because we are a we now. So since we're a we, it's like,
we'll figure it out.
Yeah.
The right person will look at it.
Yeah, we're gonna figure it out. You know what I'm saying? We are going to figure it out.
All right, Mike.
So I just don't want you to be like, no, I don't want no help. I don't want I want to handle.
Well, okay, yeah, you're right.
Like,
I ain't telling y'all gotta be debt free to get married.
Here you go again, clipping the good guy. But I do understand what you're saying because I always
there's guys that feel that way too. They don't want to burden their woman with.
Keen on saying sometimes it's not that a man is not ready. He just knows that his life is not ready.
Okay.
So it's along the same lines of what you're saying.
For sure.
It ain't that I don't love you. It's not that I don't want to marry you.
Yeah.
My life ain't ready right now. Let me get my life ready. And it's not always a thing where it's like, well, you should have had your life ready when you met me. Your life probably wasn't ready when we met either.
Like, come on.
Like, relax. It don't always go like that.
That's true.
Maybe I didn't know I was going to meet you. Maybe I didn't know that ice cream was going to go so well. I don't know, but come on.
That's true.
And when you say that, as a man, you do have to be actively working to get your life right.
Yes.
Now, you can't just rest on that.
Thank you.
You can't just rest on that. I will say that you do have to actively be working, and you do have to put it where she can see the work that you're doing.
For
You know, so
sure.
don't just try to leave a woman with, I need to get my life right.
Right.
Say it, but then start, putting things into motion.
That's
Like,
right.
this is the work that I'm doing. And then, once we get there, we'll be there. So it's a lot of layers to it.
It's so many,
It's so
and
many
I'm so
layers.
glad that we got to at least touch on it, so that way, for my beauty suggestions, that way y'all know that it is definitely, there are some people that give sound advice, but they're gonna give you real advice because they've been through it and they've learned it. And when you're really getting to know your person, I feel like communication is key. That was something that I will say that I personally lacked on both ends. I take accountability as well as himself. Communication on both ends goes a long way. If you don't have that, it's very far in between that you're gonna be able to make it.
Yeah.
Because you got to be able to give that realness. You know what I mean? And once you can have that established, where I like to say you give the good, bad, and ugly,
Mhm.
because it's gonna get ugly sometimes. Can we stand the rain? Can we make it through this? Mm-hmm.
That's
Mm-hmm.
that's man. Can we stand the rain?
Yeah.
Because it's going
It's
to
going
rain.
to.
It's gonna rain.
Yes.
And that's when that's another way that you get to see,
Mm-hmm.
the true measure of the person that you're dealing with when
Yeah.
it rains. Because again, when it's sunny, it's exactly that.
Right.
Yeah, we basking in it.
Right.
Right? We
Yes.
tanning. We got drinks with
For
umbrellas.
sure. All
Okay.
day. Okay. Cheers.
Now, when we
Cheers.
get caught out here with nothing but these dollar store ponchos, what is it?
What's it looking like now?
What is it looking like now?
What's
You
it
ready to
looking
bail
like?
on me?
Yeah.
So you would know.
You will.
You would know
Time
when
will
she grab
tell.
your hand and tell you, chin up. Come on, let's dance in
Yep.
it.
Let's go.
Come
We got
on.
this. Yep. The right
Especially when she
person.
say, don't worry about my hair.
And
Yeah.
you will get those. I mean, shoot, honey, the rain could hit this mess at this point.
Okay, that's what
Okay.
I'm saying. When she tell me, don't worry about my hair. Oh yeah. Now I'm ready.
There we go.
Now I'm ready because I know you love me for real when you say don't worry about
Yeah.
my
Oh
hair.
yeah.
Come on, let's
That's
dance in the
another level
rain.
right there. You are
Let's
absolutely.
dance in the rain. When she say, come on,
Mhm.
let's dance in it. We ain't okay. She ain't trying to dip. She ain't trying to bail.
Yeah.
She ain't.
Yep.
Yeah. And it's the same thing with him.
For sure.
Because men will, like I say, I don't want to just point the camera at the women. Men would,
Mm-hmm.
in them adverse situations too.
Yeah.
It tells a lot about the measure of a man.
It does.
Right?
And the right beauty is studying that, because I study what the guy I'm with now. I seen him in a stressful situation in real time, and I was like, ooh, I wonder how he gonna take this news, because this ain't gonna be good. And I literally like got to watch where you could see his disappointment in his face, but immediately I could tell that he was already in action of how to problem solve it. So for me, that was a sigh of relief, because it's like, okay, then I know if a situation arises, he gonna be that problem solver.
He's gonna be that problem solver.
Yeah.
Right? And like I
That's
say,
huge.
that's one of the ways you get to see the measure
Mm-hmm.
of a man or a woman. Like when those situations come, when those adverse times hit,
Mm-hmm.
how do you respond?
Yep.
How do you respond? How do you argue? Do you argue with
Mm-hmm.
gloves on? Or are you one of them, all bets is off,
Man,
no
oh man.
boundaries, no lines? Like, are you one of them people?
Ooh, yikes.
But
And
we never know as long as we,
yeah, as long as we say everything is roses, like you
yeah,
said,
we
we'll
never
never
know,
get to see that. But you're
but
right.
you don't.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah,
And there's a way to fight fair with it, because like you said, it shouldn't
yeah.
be, we duking it out and we going below the belt and we doing all that other stuff. I think if you're really at a mature
But
place, you can literally say it expressively with your words
yeah,
in a respectable
we gotta
way.
argue.
Yeah.
We have
I like
to.
to call it disagree. Because I mean, when I hear argue, I still think of it as like rawr. You know what I'm saying? It
It
don't
can get
take
there.
all that. It don't take all
It
that.
can get there, and
I
we
don't think
can
it
we
take
can
all that.
take it there without calling each other out of our names. And you talking about my auntie's missing tooth, and or
Oh, wow.
taking some stuff that I told you,
Yeah.
because
Ooh, that's the
we can
worst.
argue without that. We can argue with gloves on. It should always be lines that, regardless to how we argue, lines that we will not cross.
Yeah.
You know,
There's respect that's
yeah,
there for
it got, but
sure.
it's gonna be
We
times
gotta get right. We gotta get loud.
we don't have to, and not.
Okay.
I'm not saying we don't. We have to. I'm not saying that every time we disagree,
Yeah, for
it has to
sure.
go
Oh, I
there.
should
But
hope not.
nah, but
Okay.
it can go there.
Yeah.
It can go there. Sometimes you might need to get it out, because
Mm-hmm.
sometimes he gonna get on your nerves,
Ooh, that's
and
right. And
sometimes you
she will
gonna
do the
get on
same
his
for
nerves.
sure.
Okay, so come on, let's get it out.
Yeah.
You get on my nerves. I'm gonna just say it, you get on my nerves.
However.
However, no, let's stay parked there, because
Oh,
this is a
okay.
great time for me to tell you, you two get on my nerves.
Okay. You right. Fair is fair.
So let's go, and we can
Mm-hmm.
go. And then after we get done going,
Yep.
when the levels settle,
Come on.
we can start. But sometimes we do need to. Sometimes we need to get it off. We human.
We are
We
human.
human.
And
Get
that's
it off.
right. That's right.
Get it off. We don't have to disrespect each other.
That part.
We don't have to.
And that's what I had to learn too.
Yeah, we don't
It
have to
don't
do
take all
that.
that.
Nah, we
Yeah.
don't have to disrespect each other.
Mm.
We don't have to do that. But we need to do that.
Mm.
We need to do that sometimes.
Okay.
We need to create a space where we can do that.
Yeah, now that I agree as well. We need to be able, let's air it out. There is no need of sleeping on it, talking about it later. Like, no, let's talk about it now. Let's talk about it now.
So you don't think sometimes now ain't the right time?
You know what? I take that back because women. So there was an issue with my time management. Okay,
Mm.
I'm still work in progress of that. Okay, but I can be honest about it. I know I am, and he was not too fond of it, and it happened one too many times, and he did actually say he's like, you know what? If it's okay with you, I would like to talk about this another time. And instead of me getting why we can't talk about that, instead of me snapping or wanting to react that way, I took a pause and I said, you know what? Maybe there's a reason why he's saying this. So you know what? I'm going to
Yeah, it's
respect
definitely a
what you're
reason why.
asking. I'm going to respect it. I'm going to respect your request, and yes, we can talk about it another time. And
Yeah.
it was the next day. It wasn't a
That's
week later. I don't feel like it should be drawn out where it should be. Okay, so last week when you did, like,
right.
no,
Yeah, yeah.
like let's
But
give it a good time frame to come back to. But yeah, we talked about it that far,
right.
and now I think that because of that pause break of sleeping overnight, we can now come correct. And now
Sometimes,
I'm
yeah.
not defensive.
Yeah. Because
You're not
sometimes,
aggressive with
yeah,
it.
a person who's in touch with themselves knows that my levels are up right now.
Mm-hmm.
So the way I may respond right now,
Yeah.
with my levels being where they are,
It's
may
not gonna
not
be good.
may not be good.
Yeah.
And I
That's right.
don't want to, out of respect for you, out of respect for
Mm-hmm.
our relationship, I don't want to come at you like that.
Yeah.
So let me, get my
Simmer
levels
down.
down.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And then we could talk about this. So,
Okay.
that's very, respectable, on both ends. The point where, a person is in touch with themselves, their
Mm-hmm.
self that way.
That way.
Like, where
Yeah.
I know, yeah, like if I say anything right now, it's not gonna come.
Yeah.
But on the other end, a man or a woman who doesn't say, no,
Mm-hmm.
let's talk about it
Let's
now.
talk. Yeah.
I don't wanna.
Yeah.
Okay, you asked for it. Kaboom.
And here we go.
So yeah, that's very, very
Yeah.
commendable.
So yeah, good point. You're right. Sometimes you do need that air out space. Just don't take it too far.
Yeah, but you can argue. Go ahead.
Yes. I like that.
Healthy though, with gloves on. Keep the gloves on.
All right.
Yeah,
Okay.
keep the gloves on now.
That's right.
Yeah,
But fight
keep the
fair.
gloves on. For sure. But we need to have all of that.
Yeah.
We need to have all of that. We
It's a
need to
good
be able to
balance.
say, that
Mhm.
we've been through all of these things.
That part.
We've been through all
And
of these
now we
things.
can be able to help maybe some other couples that, are trying to figure it out. Because now we done been through, like you said, we done been through some trials and tribulations. So now, yeah, let me tell you how we were able to do it.
Yeah, not it's always been daisies and daffodils, and we met each other and it was love at first sight, and we've never looked back since. Like,
Mm-hmm.
have somebody else looking at their significant other like, we
Uh-huh.
ain't got a chance.
Right.
We ain't got a shot. If that's what it's supposed to look like, yeah, we in more trouble than I thought.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Well,
Yes.
listen, this has been a good time, which I knew it would be. And like you said, I feel like we only got to scratch the surface of what all it. But I feel like again, I think we gave them some good, substantial amount of information that they can be able to use. Now, is there something that you maybe we didn't, tap on that you would like to from our beauties and gents as like a word of wisdom from Mr. Mike Ivy?
A word of wisdom.
It's your soapbox moment, relationship style. First time ever.
I was about to say I've never done one on
I know.
relationships. So yeah. Wow. First time ever. Make sure you take the time to go beyond surface level. Make sure you take the time to peel back those layers. And dating is important. Conversation is extremely important because a lot comes out in conversation, even when you don't know it. People will tell you a lot in conversation, even when they don't know you, they telling you. And that's good or bad.
That's true.
And most importantly, in these conversations and in these beyond surface level conversations, just because you're in like, do not ignore red flags. Because being in like, you will see that red flag.
And it's just a pretty pink one.
Right? It's burgundy. Not really red.
Right? It's not a fire red, right?
Chartreuse. Like, it's not. Which kind of red is this supposed to be? Like, is it supposed to be like fire engine red or like? But we'll find a way. Being in that like.
Oh yeah.
We'll find a way.
We
So I would say that. Let's go. Let's take our time. Let's get beyond surface level, and in those conversations, please let's not ignore the red flags.
That's great advice. Well, I hope y'all enjoyed this as much as I did. Okay, so this was something that I have waited so long for. Thank you for the opportunity to have you.
Thank you for inviting
Pretty
me.
Backstage. Oh, I ain't forgot, Bree. I got it. Because I got to know. The most important question I didn't get to ask you yet, sir. And it's the most important of the whole episode, I believe.
Okay.
And that is, what makes you beautiful?
The fact that seeing everybody win is extremely, extremely, extremely important to me. Like, it's important to me that everybody else win.
Okay.
Like, very important.
Okay.
Which is the basis of why I do everything that I do. It's the reason why I, teach. It's the reason why not only do I teach, but I'm so passionate about it, and I go way beyond the curriculum. It's the reason why I wake up in the morning and try to give people morning messages, something to look at. During that morning scroll, that's going to add some positivity because I want to see everybody win. Wow. It's about everybody else. A tree doesn't eat from its own fruit.
That's true.
Right? A tree doesn't eat from its own fruit. A tree doesn't get any nourishment from the fruit that it bears.
Yeah. Wow.
That fruit is to nourish other people.
That is a really good analogy. That is a very beautiful and selfless trait of what makes you beautiful. I like that. One of a kind, man. I don't think nobody gonna be able to even come close to that one. So, y'all, I can't let y'all leave without one last thing. And Mike, I need your expertise on this now. And it's the what's the tea, y'all. Now, this one's gonna be a little different. I guess it would have made sense if I had taped it the right way. But that's okay. Y'all know what I meant to do. So the what's the tea is, Mike, can a person truly build a healthy relationship while avoiding healing from unresolved trauma?
Healthy relationship.
Healthy relationship.
That's tough. That's tough to do.
Mm-hmm.
That's tough to do.
Yeah.
You know, and the sad part about it is sometimes it's not intentional. Sometimes
Mm-hmm.
avoiding um unpacking those things or avoiding healing from those certain traumas is
Yeah.
not intentional because sometimes we don't even know that
Mm-hmm.
we're experiencing or what we're going through or the way we go about things,
Yep.
you know, are a result of
Mm-hmm.
past traumas.
Yeah.
Sometimes we don't even, a lot
We
of the
don't
times
know.
we
I
don't
know I
know,
didn't at first. Yeah.
so that's what makes it tough where it's like, people say this a lot, like, you need to get yourself together, you need
Mm-hmm.
to heal yourself before you embark on a relationship with somebody else. But sometimes we've normalized these
For
things, so
sure.
we don't even know we need to be healed.
Yeah. Or that way we don't even accept it because we don't.
Right, so we
Wow.
tend to pin people to the
Mm.
wall for not making sure that you're healed. That's such a
Mm-hmm.
that's one of the words now, healed.
It is.
you know, for not being healed when it's like, if I don't know that I'm sick, so
Yeah.
to speak, if I don't know that I'm dealing with, a sort of a sickness,
Mm-hmm.
how, why would I, go through the steps
For sure.
to heal myself,
Right, right.
and
Mm.
we kind of touched on this a little bit before we got on camera. Sometimes the way people convey to you that you need healing can
Mm-hmm.
be off-putting.
For sure.
It could seem like you're being attacked. It
Yep.
could seem like you're being, accused of doing something again that you don't even know you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
So sometimes that gets in the way of the healing.
Yeah.
The way people, try to bring it to your attention. So
Yep.
yeah, it's tough to build a healthy relationship when
Yeah.
when you carrying, a certain amount of baggage. But again, like I say, it's tough, because a lot of times we don't even know or
Mm-hmm.
realize that we're carrying the baggage. And if we do know, we don't
And
know
still don't.
how.
Yep. And still don't address it
Yeah, we
though.
don't know, or we don't know how. We don't even know
Mm-hmm.
where to start
Yep.
unpacking. So yeah, it's tough. It's tough to have a healthy relationship. Yeah, I
Yeah.
would say it's tough.
That's a good point. And like you said, your intentions can be in all the right places. I know when I was, in my marriage and stuff like that, every now and again he would say it in a, in an argumentative way, like you need therapy, you need therapy. And I'm just like, what? Like, no, I don't. And so I'm like trying to prove that I don't need it. So let me do whatever it is that we're arguing about. Let me fix this. But it would only be a temporary fix
Right.
because until you get to the root problem of what's really going on, it's just going to resurface again,
Yeah.
and maybe it's just a different way.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
you gotta unzip that bag and start,
Yeah, man. And that's when you finally do it, it's difficult.
because there's stuff in that bag that you didn't even know was there.
Nope. You done did so much putting it to the side, packing it away,
Packing it.
out of sight, out of mind type of
Yeah.
thing.
So
When
when
you,
you finally start, yeah,
yep.
yeah, but
And that was my challenge. And once I realized, I was like, once the revolution of it came about, where I was like, oh, because of what I went through in my childhood, I didn't know how to love. I didn't know how to love because I had never experienced love. I told my sister this over the phone yesterday. I said, I remember my mother saying, I love you with one hand, and I'm being nice. I don't even think it got to touch 5 fingers.
right.
So when you don't hear it enough, you don't see it enough. It's not shown enough. Where you gonna learn it from? The sky? So eventually, now I gotta take on the challenge of, okay, now I gotta find out how to love. How do I show it?
Right. Right.
How do I do it in
What
an
does that look
effective
like?
way? Right. For
Yeah.
both of us. So I can now finally, for once in my life, feel it and know it to be real. And you can also know it as well. And then I read Gary Chapman's book and realized there's levels to it.
Okay.
There's different ways to
Not
express
familiar.
it.
Tell me about the book.
Yeah. So 5 love languages, there's 5 different ways of you expressing, whether it's some people need
Oh, that's
affirmation.
the love language book.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you know what's
Changed my life.
okay, so I'm gonna tell you this.
You need to pause there, Bree.
I probably had that book.
No, you didn't.
No, do.
Really?
I've had that book. I don't even want to tell you how many years I've had that book. I've at least had that book 12, 13 years.
Stop.
And I'm an avid reader.
Yeah.
I've never cracked. That's why when you said the name of the author, I didn't know.
Like,
yeah, I didn't. I'm like, who? Not knowing that
Take me,
book.
I don't even know you're on my bookshelf.
It's on my bookshelf already. Honestly, it's already on my bookshelf. I've never read it. I've heard about it. I've seen people,
yeah.
post about it and have conversations about it, but I've never read that book.
It changed my life. Not only even just like the relationship, even my sons.
Mm-hmm.
It helps me to better communicate and show them love, and them like I now can realize like this son needs me to uplift him with words. This one needs me to always buy him something so he can feel loved. Like it goes
right.
Relationship, it goes even down to family. Yeah, okay. It's deep. Read it.
I have to now.
I know, right? Put you on the spot.
Yeah, you definitely put me on the spot because I'm sitting about what book is that? No,
what? Wait,
I've had that book a long time.
Crack
never
it
read it.
Dust it off.
Right.
Crack it open.
yeah. I have to
now.
You think. Yeah, for sure.
Well, I hope that this advice helped you guys. I got to. No, I had a blast with you for real.
Yeah, this was a great time.
This is a good time. I hope that this helped y'all in some way, shape, or form. Leave in the comments. Let us know. Can you resonate with what we were talking about? Do you disagree with some of what we were talking about? Do you wish we would expound it more on something that we, again, we didn't get to touch everything, but we did the best we could with what we have time wise. And part 2 definitely got to come y'all way for sure.
Definitely. Hopefully the comments.
Yeah, come on,
call
y'all.
for it. Yeah,
I want to hear you. I want to hear you, and I'm always ready to reply back. So let me know that y'all there. Beaut Tea Told Journal is in final editing, and pre-order is coming soon, y'all. So like I said, I've been working. When I tell y'all, I've been working day and night like Michael Jackson. Okay, I've been putting in some hours, y'all. I've been missing some sleep. So y'all welcome in advance, but it's coming, y'all. So make sure that y'all are ready for when that comes. Make sure y'all tap in with my email list so that way you'll firsthand know when it's coming out. I can't wait. I'm so excited, y'all. Shout out to Bree. We got, I did my branding photo shoot. I feel all mature and adulting. Like I just feel like I'm just like really growing in this, y'all. So, those beautiful pictures will be coming your way soon, and more to expect with Beaut Told for sure. Make sure y'all tap in with Mike because listen, he got a lot to say. Them soapboxes, I was listening. Like I said, I went through so many of them trying to find the relationship topic. I'm like,
and you got one out of me right on your platform.
Yes,
you got
yes.
You got
exclusive. Okay. So make sure y'all tap in with him because and again, event wise, I'm sure there'll be many more because by the time this comes out, unfortunately, your event will have passed. But make sure y'all tap in so y'all can see recaps of it. Again, y'all gonna love it. I mean, I was blown away. Didn't know what to expect with your event, but I walked away, smile on my face, happy that somebody is doing the work to get more people involved in therapy. It's needed, y'all. So I love you guys so much. And of course, until next time, let's make a change.